Welcome back, everybody, to my channel, my Instagram, whatever the case may be. We're doing another episode of Explain That Pick. This is episode 3 of Explain That Pick. And what I do is I go through my camera roll and I explain the picture. And that's what we're going to do. I've really enjoyed doing that with you all because I like to go down memory lane, and I wanted to do some kind of like scrapbook or, like, I don't even know, what do you call it? Like one of those presentations for about my pictures and stuff, but they wasn't really having it, so I can just share my content with y'all because y'all have not seen anything really comparatively. So that's what I'm gonna do. As soon as I find these pictures, I gotta slow down with my swiping because I be exiting out of the app and it be acting, oh my god, my cat just jumped down, and it be acting all crazy, so I can't exit out the app. I just needed to, I wish you could take up your whole entire screen with the camera roll and do it that way. But hopefully we're getting there soon. We're getting close. Almost. Hold on. And we're a month or two away. And we're in there. We're in there like swimwear. Okay. Let's do this one. I haven't showed you guys this picture. Let's see. This is me when I went to a bunny cafe. So in Korea, I actually think I have the card, but I don't feel like getting it out. In my bag, I have the card, and it is a bunny cafe, and you can get drinks there, and then on the side they have like 2 playpen areas where you get to play with different types of bunnies. And these are the 2 bunnies that I played with. One was a boy and one was a girl, and I had a lot of fun doing that. I went with my friend, I think her name was Shakira. She was from Trinidad, and I met her in my hostel that I was staying in. So I don't know, I think my hostel was like, was it $30 a day or $20 a day, something really cheap and low a day to stay there. So after I finished my study abroad program, I had like a week to spend in Korea. So that whole week I just stayed in a hostel, and I met like 3 different girls. And it was so funny because the hostel I was staying at, one of the girls, Reda, from my university, she actually was staying at that hostel too. Like, she came a day after me, and it was so funny. I was like, oh my god, like, I didn't know I was gonna see you here. And so we did our nails, and here's a picture. We did our nails. We had a whole entire little nail set, because I like to do my nails, and so I don't want to pay people to do something that I can already do. So we did our nails. It was like 3 of us. Shakira, she was in the hostel because she was going back to Trinidad because she lost her passport. And when I say losing your passport might be the scariest thing that you could do while being abroad, it might be the scariest thing that you can do. Because if that's your form of ID, if you don't have your passport, like, they're gonna like tell you to get out. And passports are expensive. So yeah, she was there because she lost passport, and me and her went out a few times together. We actually went to this where did we go? We went to a Harry Potter what is it, like hotel, or let me see, here's Shakira right here. Where's she at? I have a picture of her right here. She lost her passport, bless her soul, because if I lost my passport I would die. So she had to go back, and they can't ship you your passport for some reason because she had to go to London to get something from it was a whole hot mess. So when it comes to your passport and your identification for traveling, make sure that you keep that thing on you. Make sure you never lose it. I wore a fanny pack the whole entire time. Ain't no shame in my game. I didn't lose my passport though. I did not lose my passport because my fanny pack was always connected to me, and it was in the back, and it was nice and sealed very tightly. So Korea is very known for its cafes. So this one was a bunny cafe. We also went to a cat cafe, and this is one of the pictures from there. This beautiful cat, amazing. So there was a cat that looked like my cat that was in there, and it sat in my lap for like 3 hours. So yeah, I wanted to go to like a raccoon cafe, but for some reason they was not having it. Like, they definitely did not let me go in there. I think one day I tried to go and it was closed. Oh, one day me and Shakira tried to find the raccoon cafe or some ferret cafe, and we just got lost. Like, we had a map. We went to the tourist center and was like, hey, do you happen to know where this is at? And it was like, yeah, if you keep straight and make a left at some street. Girl, we was lost in the sauce. So we just ended up going to this cat cafe because we read the sign and it was like cat cafe. So we ended up going there. We also went to a Harry Potter cafe, which I will show you guys. It's right here. Let me show you guys the outside picture of it. This is what it looked like. That's what the Harry Potter cafe looked like on the outside. It was not too hard to find, but it was low-key in the cut. But the only reason why I went there is because my ex-boyfriend was in love with Harry Potter, and so I was like, let me go to Harry Potter just so that they can vicariously live through me. And it was pretty fun. It had different levels. Like, at the bottom, it had the beer bar or whatever, like butter beer, I think that's what it's called. And each floor was like different levels. So it was pretty interesting. This is me in a robe. It's pretty interesting. And they had like different kinds of drinks that matched with the drinks in the movie. And they had different kinds of costumes that you could put on. This is pre-COVID days, so, you know, people was up in there having a grand old time. Let me see if I can find a picture of I have mostly videos because it's really like, you really can't take a picture because one spot is like not enough. You have to see the whole entire thing. But let me see if I can find another picture of something that might be interesting. Here's what some of it looked like. I think that was like the dining area. That was like the entrance door. This was our teas that we had. I don't know what kind of tea I had. I probably had like a cinnamon kind of tea. But it was really fun. And they had that record player, which I know was like very famous in the movie. So Korea is really known for its cafes. They have the utmost cutest cafes. Asia is known for its amazing cafes. So let's just say that. Okay, let me go and scroll to a random one. Random picture, and stop. Oh, I went on a date, and this is what I wore. Okay, this is what I wore because this outfit combination with some cute shoes is my favorite. I love these fishnets. I brought them in Korea, and these fishnets make me feel so like sexy and like womanly, and I love these fishnets. And so I wore these fishnets. That skirt is one of my favorite skirts in the whole entire world. It's so cute. It make me look like I got a little body. You know what I'm saying? And then I brought that sweater. The sweater was actually like right there. I brought that sweater and in Korea. And it's like a turtleneck. But it kind of shrunk. And it kind of got too small. But that purse is also a purse my mom brought me for Christmas. So I went on a date and I was... And let me see if I can show you where I went. I met this person on Tinder. And being a black woman in a foreign country on Tinder, it's kind of just like you're an experiment for them, which is weird because they're just like, I love black women. I want to try black women. Da 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 da. And I'm just like, yeah, I might not be the one for you, player. Oh, I can't. Let me see where I can. Okay. This was a view from our date. It was amazing. He took me up into these mountains, and I was low-key scared because, like, it was my first time meeting you, and I'm in a foreign country, and I don't really speak the language. So if you kidnap me, it's going to be a lot more difficult for me to get help, you know, than it would be in my own country, because, you know, I might know the places I'm going. But here, I had no idea. It was dark, and I was kind of getting tired, and he was like, you can go to sleep. I'm like, I'm not falling asleep in your car. Do not fall asleep in a strange man's car that you don't know. You have to always be aware and conscious of where he's taking you, because then they're going to be like, well, how did you get here, ma'am? Do you know what he looks like? And you'll be like, I don't know how I got here. You need to know how you got there. So always be alert, always be conscious. But he took me up these mountains, and like the road was like super curvy, and we were just going super high up into the mountains. And there was this little, I don't even know what it's called. It's like this like Italian kind of Spanish restaurant. And we got like a little pastry. And I got carrot cake. I don't know if I have a picture of my cake. I do. Here's a little cake I got. And we got carrot cake, and we got some tea, and we just like sat there and talked, and it was such a nice night. It wasn't too cold outside, but when I did get cold, he gave me his jacket, so it was great. And he was so handsome. Like, okay, he was real cute. I'm not gonna show you a picture of him because that's a violation of privacy, but just know he was a cute little man. And then here's a better picture of the little tower. I don't even know what that's called, like, but it's very like a really well-known place. And you could see all of Chuncheon. Chuncheon is the area that I lived in, and you can see the whole entire like city. Like, I was like, is my school over there? Is that what my school is? So yeah, that was that. It was fun. It was great. Let me see. Let me scroll. Go to another random picture. That was like a week before I like. Not a week, maybe like 2 weeks before I left. Let's see. Oh, I went to a love museum. So in South Korea, there's a place called Jeju, which is like a very famous kind of, island where like all the K-dramas and K-pops people go to, and they hang out there. And so I went to this island because I was like, I can't go to South Korea and not go to this island. Like, what? So I went to the island. I booked a trip through like a Facebook group or something like that. A Facebook group. And I think this was my second trip I went on with them. So the first trip I went to a cherry blossom festival, like a bike riding cherry blossom festival trip. And then the second trip I went to was Jeju. So like I was comfortable with them. I think it's called Wink, When in Korea, WINK. So if you look up them, When in Korea, WINK. I have a shirt from them too. I like them. The guy who was like the caterer, not caterer, but like the main facilitator of it, I think his name was Sam or something like that. If anybody wants his information, I can definitely give it to you. But in Jeju, they have a museum that is dedicated to promoting fertility or promoting arousal or promoting like to have sex. So this museum is all filled with erotic statues, erotic fixtures, erotic foods, erotic everything, mostly statues, but everything in that place was about sex, and it was pretty interesting. I thoroughly enjoyed that museum. As a person who is interested in sexology and all that other stuff, here's me and my boo. Yeah, it was a really just interesting place. This is 69 standing up, you know. It was one of my favorite museums that I went to. So yeah, it was really fun. I did not know that they had that, but this is my let me see if I can find any other erotic ones. Let me see. This is another picture. It's like a vagina. She's like fanging herself. And there's another one, and this is my ticket. Let me see if I can find the name of the museum. It's called Loveland Museum. And it was so fun. That trip was amazing because we took a tour bus, and it was like it was like a karaoke tour bus, which made it really fun. And we were like leaving from the place to go like to like get something to eat, and we're just like singing our hearts out. I'll do another like series called Explain That Video, which probably won't be on Instagram Live. It'll probably just be on YouTube, because on Instagram it doesn't let you like post your videos. But yeah, it was really fun and it was amazing. So this is where I'm going to end this one. I'm going to come back on here in 5 minutes and do another one. I'm just going to stop this one here. But if you liked, share, subscribe, comment, whatever. Let me know if you enjoy these, if you want to see more. But I'm going to stop this one right here, and I'm going to put this on YouTube and all that stuff. And I'm not going to edit it because in life there's no edits. So love you, love you, love you.